This is the beautiful picture, the view of สุดไทยสวรรค์ Prasad Hall in the Grand Palace. This is actually situated on the eastern side of the Grand Palace. The สุดไทยสวรรค์ Prasad Hall is between the gate of Tewapitak and the gate of Sakchai Sit on Sanam Chai Road. This hall is 55 meters long and 8 meters wide. The middle portico, 10.2 meters wide. This royal hall has louved windows with louved doors on the balcony section, all painted green. The structure built on top of the Grand Palace wall is 5 meters above the ground with a multi-layer roof and spire. สุดท้ายสวรรค์ Prasad Hall is ideal site for the coronation, according to a scholar.
And of course, beside thisสุดท้ายสวรรค์ Prasad Hall, or the pavilion as it is often referred to, there's also another important pavilion which is located on the wall of the Grand Palace as well, and this pavilion of the eastern wall opposite the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. The small rectangular pavilion was built on the top of the wall of the palace, and the pavilion has a roof of 2 tiers and is covered with tiles. The exterior is decorated with black lacquer and glass mosaic. The pavilion was built during King Rama IV as a viewing platform where he could observe royal and religious processions going by along the Sanam Chai Road. The pavilion was also used for a time as the main shrine of the Prasiam Thewatiraj figure before it was moved to the current shrine in the Paisan Thaksin Hall. But of course, the focus of attention now is actually on this Pratinang Suthai Sawan Prasad, where it is located on the eastern wall, and Dr. Rungtip already mentioned about the details of the architecture of this beautiful pavilion located on the eastern wall. Out of the 2 pavilions, only on the wall or the walls of the Grand Palace.
The word granted an audience in Thai is Oksihapachon, which was introduced in Thailand during the reign of King Rama V. And in 1907, the monarch offered the first public audience during the royal ceremony to mark the 40th year of the king's ascension to the throne. However, in Ayutthaya at Wat Phasi Sanpet, an ancient historic site, King Rama V ordered a ceremonial pavilion to be built for this event. So granting a public audience was unprecedented for Thai people at that time. It is presumed that King Rama V must have been influenced by Western monarchic tradition because King Rama V visited European countries. Awaiting in the สุดท้ายสวรรค์ Prasad halls are the representative from the member of the Privy Council as well as the members of the royal families and the representative from Thailand's Islamic spiritual leader and representative from chambers of commerce, Thai Bankers Association, Federation of Thai Industries, as well as the Minister of Culture and the representative from the Roman Catholic, Christianity, Brahmin and Thai Sikh Association to humbly offer their well wishes to His Majesty the King.
This goes to say that despite His Majesty the King having made his declaration of being the royal patron of Buddhism, but he's also a supporter, a strong supporter, in fact, of other religions that people have their faiths in this country as well. As you can see, and Dr. Rungtip already mentioned that there are some representatives of various religious faiths present here, especially the leader or the leaders of those faiths are present here just to humbly offer their well wishes to His Majesty upon his coronation.
Once again, the people from all walks of life awaiting granting public audience of His Majesty the King. So this hall is very close to a vast ground at Sanam Chai Road, so the spot can accommodate a sea of people who on this day has come to express their humbly warm wishes to the King. In a moment, His Majesty will arrive, and the representative from various sectors from the public and private, and also from various religions representing the groups are waiting inside the hall here.
And perhaps just to give you some more detailed description of this beautiful pavilion of พระที่นั่งสุทัยสวรรค์ปราสาท this is located on the eastern wall of the Grand Palace, and this พระที่นั่งสุทัยสวรรค์ปราสาทactually sits between the Tewa Pitak gates and Suk Chai Sit gates on the eastern wall. It was first built by King Rama I in imitation of the พระที่นั่งจักรวรรดิไพชยนต์ on the walls of the royal palace in Ayutthaya, originally called Papla Soong or High Pavilion. It was made entirely of wood and was an open-air structure. During the reign of King Rama III, a new structure was built out of brick and mortar. This new structure was renamed พระที่นั่งสุทัยสวรรค์ The hall is used by the king to give audiences to the public and view military parades. The new structure consists of 2 stories, the lower in Western style and the top level in Thai architecture. The central pavilion has a wooden balcony, which is used by the king and royal family for the granting of public audiences. The roof over the central pavilion is topped by a 5-tier prasad in Mondop style, decorated in glass mosaic. The hall's wings, stretching from the north to the south, each has 9 large windows along the exterior. Later in the reign of King Rama V, the entire structure was refurbished and finally given its present name.
Inside the halls are the General Anupong Paochinda, Interior Minister, as well as the representative from Thailand's Islamic spiritual leader, the representative from the Thailand's Chamber of Commerce, Thai Bankers Association, Federation of Thai Industries, as well as Ministry of Culture, Vira, His Excellency Vira Roja Pochanarat. And on the left-hand side, you may be able to see the representative from the various religions, including Roman Catholic, Christianity, Brahmin, and also Thai Sikh. They are waiting inside the Suthai Sawan Prasad Hall for the arrival of His Majesty the King to humbly offer their well wishes. Earlier, Captain Surasan mentioned about the history of this beautiful Suthai Sawan Prasad Hall. The balcony of the Suthai Sawan Prasad Hall has a proud history of being used for coronation ceremonies. In 1950, the late King Bhumibol, the father of His Majesty the current monarch, also granted a public audience here. And the hall was built during the reign of King Rama I over 200 years ago, waiting on the ground of the Suthai Sawan Prasad halls are the Prime Minister of Thailand, General Prayut Chan-o-cha, along with people from all walks of life and cabinet members here awaiting arrival of His Majesty the King on the ground.
That's right, people from all walks of life indeed, and all wearing yellow, of course, except the government officials who need to wear the white uniforms there. But the yellow actually signifies the day of birth of His Majesty, which coincides with Monday. And Monday's color, of course, is yellow. And hence, people from all walks of life have gone to the markets and stores just to buy yellow shirts and to celebrate on this occasion. So it just goes to say also that people from all walks of life, the entire country
Yes.
is in jubilation, in celebration of this wonderful event of coronation of His Majesty.
Yes, and after this granting a public audience of His Majesty the King, later on this evening, there will be a drone performance. And to conclude the coronation of the King Rama X, there will be the royal barge that Supanna Hong later in October, between October and November, to conclude the coronation of His Majesty the King Rama X. And here on the sides, all along the gates of the Grand Palace, which is right across from Sanam Luang ceremonial ground. And most of the royal ceremonies and most of the coronation of King Rama X has been organized here around the Grand Palace compound. And yesterday we also witnessed beautiful and magnificent royal land procession when His Majesty the King was carried on the royal palanquin and going towards the three important temples, namely Wat Bawon, Wat Ratchabapit, and Wat Pachetupon, to pay homage to his royal ancestors and also the Buddha image at each temple. Altogether, only the royal land procession yesterday, there were more than 1,300 personnel or officers involved with 7 kilometers or around 4.3 miles of the distance of between these three temples.
And indeed, people from all walks of life, as you can see in this picture here, there are some Hill tribe people who represent some minority groups, but they are all Thai citizens, of course, and they are represented here and present here as well, just to humbly be in the audience of His Majesty. No matter how hot the weather is outside Thailand now, it's almost 40 degrees Celsius, but I can see that nobody is really giving up. Nobody is walking away from this ground, which used to be a large ground, but now it seems to be shrunk.
Right.
So for some reason, because of the large proportion of people represented here, have really shrunk the whole place to a smaller ground and can hardly fit anyone in now.
And to be precise, today is around 37 degrees in Thailand. But when you stand outside for a long time, that the sun can be quite strong. However, there are the medical unit all around the area of the Sanam Luang ceremonial site, and this is a rare opportunity to have the granting a public audience, and His Majesty the King will arrive in any second. And the Thai flag they have three colors: red, white, and blue. As you are in the government officers, so the white we can understand. The red is the blood.
Well, the red represents the nation.
Right.
Well, red, white, and blue. Red represents nation, white religion, and blue is the color of the monarchy.
Right.
Of course, as we often associate with blue blood being a monarchy representation. Of course, red, white, and blue is the national color of Thailand, and hence all these three institutions are intertwined and closely knit to one another to form the Thai nation.
Yes, so that's the meaning of the Thai flag. Thank you, Captain Surasan. But the yellow, on the other hand, yellow also means that the date that His Majesty was born, and also, in another word, we all wearing yellow except for the cabinet members, they are wearing white.
That's right.
This is their uniform.
That's right.
Proper
As
uniform.
you look closely at the yellow flags that all these people are waving, well, yellow represents, as Kun Rungtip mentioned,
Yes.
the color of the day of birth of His Majesty. And of course, in the middle of that yellow flag, you see the emblem.
The emblem,
This is the
yes.
emblem of the coronation. So it is very befitting for this particular occasion to have this yellow flying around as well. So this is a spectacular sight to see people everywhere. Literally shrunk the whole place to a smaller area where people hardly have any place or space to walk around.
Yes. And once again, this is the granting a public audience on the balcony of สุดท้ายสวรรค์ปราสาท Hall, or in Thai is ออกสีหบัญชร in the Grand Palace compound on the eastern side. Here, awaiting the arrival of His Majesty the King, are people from all of life, led by the Prime Minister of Thailand and the cabinet members. Today in Thailand, the time is now 4:30 p.m. and the temperature is around 37 degrees. This is the third important day in our hearts, as we have witnessed our beloved King. The coronation lasts for 3 days, starting from May the 4th, when the purification bath and the anointment, or for offering the abhisek water, were performed, followed by receiving the royal regalia, including the 9-tier white umbrella of state. That actually means that the king has been fully invested as the king of the Kingdom of Thailand. And yesterday, it was the bestowal of the new titles of members of the royal family, followed by the royal land procession that started from here, actually in the middle part of the Grand Palace compound. And the royal land procession lasts for about more than 5 hours, and it finished nearly midnight in Thailand's time. And today, people from all walks of life, we believe, waiting for the granting a public audience of His Majesty the King.
And indeed, we mentioned so many times that people actually are from all walks of life. Indeed, you have seen in the picture the elderly and the younger generations are present here, or eagerly awaiting to be in the audience of their majesties, the king and queen. And of course, when their majesties come out of that balcony, I'm sure that you will be able to hear the echo sound in unison of Long Live the King, or in Thai, Song Prat Jaren. Everyone will be ready to shout in unison to welcome or to greet their beloved monarch.
And not only Thai people, but also we have foreign visitors. This is a great opportunity to see the culture and traditional culture, how we Thais have come to celebrate the auspicious occasion of the coronation of His Majesty King Brahma X. Now the coronation day marks May the 4th. Before we have May the 5th, but from now on is May the 4th. This is when the coronation day will be celebrated each year.
And indeed, they have all come prepared. People with water, drinks, sunshades, fans, the handheld fan, of course, and of course the most important items that they all seem to have is that wearing yellow shirts and of course the national colors as well as of the national flags rather, as well as the colors of the coronation of His Majesty the King.
Yes.
And looking at the smiling faces of all these people now, it's so joyful just to see the smiles, as country or Thailand is known for, the land of smiles. So people are eager and always ready to smile when they ever see visitors coming to visit them. And of course, just to give you a quick perspective of the walls of the Grand Palace itself, the walls of the Grand Palace is the castellated walls constructed during the reign of King Rama I in 1782, and later during the reign of King Rama II, the Grand Palace and its walls were extended towards the south. Cannon emplacements were replaced with guard houses and were given rhyming names. The northern wall measures 410 meters, the east 510 meters. This is where the two pratinang or the two pavilions are located, including this Pratinang Thai Sawrn Prasad, where His Majesty will grant an audience to their subjects. And of course, the south wall stretches 360 meters and the west 630 meters, so a total of 1,910 meters long in terms of the circumference of the walls. And there are 12 gates in the outer walls. Inside the palace, there were over 20 gates and a labyrinth of inner walls. However, some of these have already been demolished. Around the outer walls, there are also 17 small forts. On the eastern wall facing Sanam Chai Road, there are two throne halls, namely the pavilions that we mentioned already, Pratinang Chai Chumpon and Pratinang Thai Sawrn Prasad here.
Look at this beautiful view, the bird's eye view of facing Thai Sawrn Prasad Hall and seeing seas of people wearing mainly yellow. It's almost like a dream. But this is the third day actually of the coronation of His Majesty the King, and this is the second time that Thais have been given these opportunities to witness the ceremonies for themselves. The first occasion was yesterday during the royal land processions, and once again today is a granting a public audience of His Majesty the King, who will be arriving shortly. However, inside the Thai Sawrn Prasad Hall, awaiting the arrival to pay to offer their humbly well wishes includes the General Anupong Paujinda, Interior Minister, representative from Thailand's Islamic spiritual leader, representative from Chambers of Commerce and Thai Bankers Association, as well as Federation of Thai Industries. Also, Minister of Culture, who will later grant his permission to introduce the representative of Roman Catholic and Christianity, Brahmin and Thai and Sikh to humbly offer their well wishes to His Majesty the King.
And yes, of course, the celebrations of the coronation is not finished yet, Dr. Runtip, as this is only the main portion of the coronation, if you like. We already had the pre-ceremonial portion of the coronation took place in April, starting off with the collection of the sacred water from various places throughout the nation, 77 in all, including Bangkok.
Yes, so it's from 76 provinces, plus one in the Satrakom Tower, situated in the compounds of the Grand Palace. Altogether, there are water from 108 sources from 77 countries, provinces around the Kingdom of Thailand.
That's right, and also from 5 main important rivers as well, to be used as the purification water during the first day of the coronation event. And of course, the waters were collected and they were blessed with the spells and of course the blessing from Buddhist monks as well as the Brahmin priests. And then the water was used on the 4th of May during the purification process and the anointment of His Majesty, and thereby giving him the title or the power, the authority of being the fully fledged king of Thailand. And of course this main events, the coronation events, which is the middle part of the ceremony, stretching from the 4th to the 6th of May, and the final celebration, if you like, that actually runs at the end of the year, which will be the travel on the royal barge procession of His Majesty the King in October, where His Majesty the King will travel on the royal barge Supanahong from the eastern side or the eastern bank of Bangkok to Wat Arun Rajwararam, or the Temple of Dawn, which is located on the western bank. This will be a wonderful and a splendor as well to watch, and something not to be missed in October.
Yes, but actually this opportunity is quite rare because the royal barge procession hasn't been performed for quite some time, and it is hard to get good seats along the rivers. But you can also plan ahead if you would come to visit Thailand at that time around the end of October. Once again, we are waiting for the arrival of His Majesty the King as he will grant a public audience from Thai Sawan Prasad Hall. Captain Surasan mentioned that we have been used water during the coronation of His Majesty the King, even though in most countries the most important act of coronation of the monarch is when the crown is being placed on the head of the king or the queen. However, in Thailand, we follow Brahmin and Buddhist traditions. The heart of the ritual is mainly water-based and requires 2 steps. The first one is Songruathabhisek, or the purification bath, and another one is the anointment, or using the holy or lustral water to offer to His Majesty the King by 8 representatives. So these 2 ceremonies are considered hearts of the ceremony or of the coronation in Thailand, and we have been follow our traditional rites that been carried out for hundreds of years.
That's right. That took place on the 4th of May, and yesterday the highlight was actually in the Royal Land procession, where His Majesty rode on the palanquin, the royal palanquin Puttan Thong, around the inner city of Bangkok, also known as the Ratanakosin Island, which is actually the old quarter of Bangkok. The Royal Land procession actually stretched nearly 7 kilometers, and people again from all walks of life line up the streets just to view or catch the glimpse of His Majesty's procession there. It was an opportunity, if you can imagine, in the olden days, that kings, when they were crowned or they performed the coronation, they would allow an opportunity for the general public, especially his subjects, to catch a glimpse or to be in the audience of him during this Royal Land procession, because obviously in the olden days the monarch did not often come out of the palace to grant the audience. So it was actually a tradition that was revived later on as part of the coronation process, where His Majesty would come out of the palace through the procession, of course, and would allow the opportunity for the general public to have the audience with him then.
And once again, this is the second time that the Thai public are given the opportunity to witness the ceremonies of the coronation of His Majesty the King. Yesterday was the Royal Land procession, and today granting a public audience at สุทไทยสวรรค์ Prasad Hall on the eastern side of the Grand Palace compound. And you may be able to see how beautiful it is even from the side. And people are eagerly waiting for the arrival of His Majesty the King here. His Majesty King Mahavajiralongkorn ascended the throne as King Rama X of the royal house of Chakri. Chakri dynasty is known as the present dynasty in Thailand. His Majesty the King is the only son, the second of 4 children of the late King Bhumibol Adulyadej and Her Majesty Queen Sirikit. His Majesty the King was born in Bangkok on 28th of July 1952. After completing his primary education in Thailand, His Majesty attended secondary school in the United Kingdom. He completed his secondary education at Millfield School in Somerset, England. In 1970, he attended a military training course at the King's School in Sydney, Australia. Later, in 1972, he enrolled at the Royal Military College, Dutron, in Canberra, Australia. He graduated with a BA Military Studies from the University of New South Wales, Australia in 1976. After graduation, His Majesty returned to Thailand and served as a career officer in the Royal Thai Army. He attended the Command and General Staff College in 1977 and the Royal College of Defence Studies in the United Kingdom in 1990. His Majesty also attended many other training courses, especially those concerning aircraft flight, to increase his skills, and has also served as a trainer for fighter pilots in the Royal Thai Air Force. Since His Majesty has undergone military training for a lengthy period, he has become highly experienced in this field of study and has disseminated knowledge in military affairs to officers in the armed forces.
And of course, yesterday's during the procession period, which again I mentioned earlier that it was one of the highlights of yesterday's event, is that we saw large number of turnouts, large number of people gathered alongside the streets, and they were all cheerful with their smiles. And of course, some of the people had to come afar from many provinces across the country, and there were actually, I heard that they actually grouped together to come in on busloads of people coming through, and the government actually provided parking spaces for these buses for the mass transports to park, and they actually had shuttle services provided for the general public to come in and be seated alongside of the roads that the procession traveled through. And another important event that took place yesterday was, of course, the appointment of new titles, the new royal titles to members of the royal family, and that was considered to be one of the highlights as well of yesterday's event. And of course, today's highlight is what we are watching now, which is the granting of the audience of His Majesty the King to the general public from all walks of life. And people again have come here either in their own private vehicles or private cars, or of course groups together and came in the chartered vehicles, if you like, and parked just outside here, and the government provided some transportation bringing them to this place.
Because the inside of the vicinity, you may not be able to enter, so it is wise to plan ahead if you like to come and witness it for yourself. But later on this evening, there will be another interesting performance to watch, which is the drone performance. That will start around 7 p.m. tonight. That is to 7 p.m. tonight. That is to perform in the auspicious occasion of the coronation of His Majesty the King. And now we are waiting for granting audience of His Majesty the King. First, His Majesty the King to have a grand audience to religious leaders, commercial representative as mentioned earlier, and then the general public and members of the international diplomatic corps as part of the royal coronation ceremony. The granting audience to religious leaders and commercial representatives at สุดไทยสวรรค์ Prasad Hall, while a grand public audience will be on a balcony of this สุดไทยสวรรค์ Prasad Hall that you may be able to see now. Once again, สุดไทยสวรรค์ Prasad Hall was constructed on the front wall of the Grand Palace in the reign of King Rama I, was in the form of a wooden pavilion with 4 gable ends. King Rama III commanded the restoration of the pavilion, which was then turned into a hall. Today, this building is used for public audiences on various important occasions. Representatives of the diplomatic and consular corps accredited to Thailand and a representative of international organizations in Thailand will also be granted an audience with His Majesty the King, but that would be held at Chakri Mahaprasad Throne Hall this evening. So later on, there will be the drone performance at around 7 p.m. and we will have a live broadcast until the performance finish tonight.
That's right. Talking about the drone show, and the government is actually inviting the general public to witness the drone show during the coronation ceremonies, with over 300 drones flying over Sanam Luang area, which is the open ground in front of the Grand Palace, in this vicinity of the elaborate beauty of the Royal Barge Supannahong at Ratchawaradit Pier as well. So you actually get 2 opportunities, both to watch the drone show as well as to view the grandeur or the splendor of the Royal Barge Supannahong, which is piered or docked at Ratchawaradit Pier close by. The Royal Thai Navy Civil Affairs Department has announced that the outcome of the latest Joint Command Center meeting on the coronation of King Rama X, saying that the Royal Thai Navy will allow the general public to see this elaborate Royal Barge of Supannahong both on the 5th and 6th of May 2019. And also the Radio Control Airplane Modelers Sports Association also revealed that there will be a drone performance both on the 5th and 6th of May with 2 sets of drones, one consisting of 167 large drones forming the shape of Thailand, the Thai flag, as well as other symbols, and of course the 68 smaller drones forming the shapes of Thai flag, elephant, golden shower flower as well. The performance of the drones will be at 7 p.m. on Sanam Luang, and the television of Thailand, or the television pool of Thailand, will do a live broadcast of that show as well. Something worth watching, and if you have an opportunity to come and visit in person, please come and visit that.
His Majesty is about to arrive by his royal motorcade. Here, this is on the side of
จ้าอยู่หัวข้าพระพุทธเจ้าพลเอกอนุพงศ์เผ่าจินดารัฐมนตรีว่าการกระทรวงมหาดไทยขอพระราชทานพระบรมราชโองการกราบบังคมทูลเบิกผู้แทนคณะคนต่างๆทางศาสนาและพาณิชย์เข้าเฝ้าทูลละอองธุลีพระบาทถวายพระพรชัยมงคลโดยลำดับดังนี้จุฬาราชมนตรีและคณะกรรมการกลางอิสลามแห่งประเทศไทยประธานหอการค้าไทยจีนประธานหอการค้าอินเดียไทยประธานสภาอุตสาหกรรมแห่งประเทศไทยประธานสมาคมธนาคารไทยด้วยเกล้าด้วยกระหม่อมขอเดชะ
ขอเดชะขอรอบที่พระบาทโปรดเกล้าโปรดกระหม่อมข้าพระพุทธเจ้านายวีระโรจน์จินดารัฐมนตรีว่าการกระทรวงขอพระราชทานพระบรมราชโองการโดยนำผู้นำศาสนาและคณะเข้าเฝ้าทูลละอองธุลีพระบาทถวายพระพรชัยมงคลโดยลำดับดังนี้พระคาร์ดินัลเพียงศักดิ์โกวัฒน์กับคณะโยมันศาสตราจารย์ดร.ทวีศักดิ์มหาชวัฒน์โรจน์กับคณะจักรนายสุขิตนารุลากับคณะพานนายนารินนารุลากับคณะแพทย์เลขาธิการขอทหารเยอะ
ขอเดชะฝ่าละอองธุลีพระบาทปกเกล้าปกกระหม่อมเนื่องในโอกาสมหามงคลที่ใต้ฝ่าละอองธุลีพระบาทเสด็จเถลิงถวัลย์ราชสมบัติสืบราชสันตติวงศ์เป็นพระมหากษัตริย์รัชกาลที่ 10 แห่งพระมหาจักรีบรมราชวงศ์โดยพระราชพิธีบรมราชาภิเษกตามขัตติยราชประเพณีสมบูรณ์พร้อมด้วยพระบรมราชอิสริยยศครบถ้วนทุกสิ่งสับแล้วข้าพระพุทธเจ้าพลเอกประยุทธ์จันทร์โอชานายกรัฐมนตรีในนามพระสงฆ์นิกรชาวไทยทุกหมู่เหล่าทั่วทุกสารทิศขอพระราชทานกราบบังคมทูลพระกรุณาถึงความปิติเกษมโสมนัสด้วยสำนึกในพระมหากรุณาธิคุณอันหาที่สุดมิได้นับแต่พระปฐมกษัตริย์แห่งพระมหาจักรีบรมราชวงศ์ได้เสด็จขึ้นทรงครองสิริราชสมบัติสืบเนื่องมาจวบจนถึงรัชสมัยแห่งใต้ฝ่าละอองธุลีพระบาทนั้นราชอาณาจักรไทยได้ดำรงคงอยู่อย่างมีเอกราชและมีความเจริญก้าวหน้าทัดเทียมนานาอารยประเทศด้วยพระปรีชาสามารถและพระมหากรุณาธิคุณปกเกล้าปกกระหม่อมอาณาประชาราษฎร์ต่างพึ่งพิงอาศัยในพระราชอาณาจักรอย่างร่มเย็นเป็นสุขทั่วกันภายใต้พระบรมโพธิสมภารเสมอมาในการปัจจุบันนี้ข้าพระเจ้าทั้งหลายต่างประจักษ์แก่ใจดียิ่งว่าใต้ฝ่าละอองธุลีพระบาททรงบำเพ็ญปฏิบัติพระราชกรณียกิจโดยมีพระราชประสงค์เพื่อประสิทธิ์ความผาสุกสิริสวัสดิ์ทั้งความไพบูลย์วัฒนาสถาพรแก่บ้านเมืองด้วยพระราชปณิธานอันแน่วแน่ที่จะพัฒนาชีวิตความเป็นอยู่ของอาณาประชาราษฎร์น้ำพระราชฤทัยอันเปี่ยมล้นด้วยพระมหากรุณาแห่งใต้ฝ่าละอองธุลีพระบาทยังความปราบปลื้มปิติสุขแก่ผองประสบกนิกรทั้งปวงพระบรมเดชานุภาพและพระบารมียังให้เกิดความสมัครสมานสามัคคีร่วมแรงร่วมใจเป็นพลังหนุนนำให้ภาครัฐภาคเอกชนและปวงประชาชนทุกหมู่เหล่ามีศรัทธาเชื่อมั่นที่จะร่วมกันบำรุงรักษาและพัฒนาบ้านเมืองให้เจริญก้าวหน้ารุ่งเรืองสืบไปปวงข้าพระพุทธเจ้าเหล่าข้าราชการพลเรือนตำรวจทหารประชาชนจิตอาสาและประสบนิกรทุกหมู่เหล่าจะถวายความจงรักภักดีต่อใต้ฝ่าละอองธุลีพระบาทและพระมหาจักรีบรมราชวงศ์ไว้ด้วยชีวิตโดยจะร่วมกันปฏิบัติหน้าที่สนองพระราชปณิธานในการสืบสารรักษาและต่อยอดตามพระปฐมบรมราชโองการอย่างเต็มกำลังความสามารถและจะสร้างความสงบสุขความมีเสถียรภาพเพื่อความเจริญรุ่งเรืองของประเทศชาติและความผาสุกของประชาชนสืบไปในมหามงคลสมัยพิเศษนี้ข้าพระพุทธเจ้าทั้งหลายจึงขอพระราชทานถวายพระพรชัยมงคลขออาราธนาคุณพระศรีรัตนตรัยอันประเสริฐอานุภาพแห่งพระสยามเทวาธิราชและสิ่งศักดิ์สิทธิ์ทั้งหลายในสากลจักรวาลและพระบรมเดชานุภาพแห่งสมเด็จพระบูรพมหากษัตริยาธิราชเจ้าทุกพระองค์โปรดอภิบาลรักษาใต้ฝ่าละอองธุลีพระบาทให้ทรงพระราชสิริสวัสดิ์พิพัฒนมงคลทรงเจริญพระชนมาสายิ่งยืนนานทรงพระเกษมสำราญพระบารมีแผ่ไพศาลพร้อมด้วยพิพิธพรชัยอันไพศิษฐ์พระเกียรติคุณวิบูลย์ขจรไกลไปทั่วที่สานุทิศสถิตเสถียรในไอศูนย์สิริราชสมบัติเพื่อเป็นมิ่งขวัญปกเกล้าเหล่าพระสงฆ์นิกรตราบจิรัติที่การเทินด้วยเกล้าด้วยกระหม่อมขอเดชะ
พระบาทสมเด็จพระเจ้าอยู่หัวตรงหน้าร่วงวันยาพุทธ
ข้าพเจ้าและพระราชินีรู้สึกยินดีและปลื้มใจมาก ที่ได้เห็นประชาชนทั้งหลายมีไมตรีจิตพร้อมเพรียงกันมา ร่วมแสดงความปรารถนาดี ในวาระบรมราชาภิเษกของข้าพเจ้าครั้งนี้ ความพร้อมเพรียงของท่านทั้งหลาย ผู้มาประชุมพร้อมกันณที่นี้ เพื่ออวยชัยให้พรแก่ข้าพเจ้า ด้วยน้ำใจไมตรีและความปรารถนาดีอย่างจริงใจนั้น เป็นที่จับตาจับใจ และทำให้ข้าพเจ้าอิ่มใจอย่างยิ่ง ขอให้ความพร้อมเพรียงของท่านทั้งหลาย ในการแสดงไมตรีจิตแต่ข้าพเจ้าครั้งนี้ จงเป็นนิมิตหมายอันดีที่ทุกคนทุกฝ่ายจะพร้อมกันบำเพ็ญกรณียกิจ เพื่อความเจริญรุ่งเรืองของประเทศชาติของเราต่อไป ขอขอบใจในคำอำนวยพรซึ่งนายกรัฐมนตรีได้กล่าวในนามของทุกคน และขอสนองพรให้ทุกท่านมีความผาสุกสวัสดี พร้อมทั้งความสำเร็จในสิ่งอันพึงปรารถนาจงทั่วกัน
วันทยาพุทธทรงพระเจริญทรงพระเจริญทรงพระเจริญ
ทรงพระเจริญ ทรงพระเจริญ ทรงพระเจริญ
ของหาเกียรติยศกองทหารเกียรติยศถวายความเคารพพระบาทสมเด็จพระเจ้าอยู่หัวตรงหน้าระวัง ยกอก
เอาละเสด็จถวายความรับพระบาทสมเด็จพระเจ้าอยู่หัวทรงหน้าขึ้น
ถวายความเคารพองค์หน้าระวัง วันดี
Well, what we have just witnessed is something extraordinary indeed. To see the crowd, to see the presence of Their Majesties the King and Queen out in the balcony, and the crowds of well-wishers giving wishes to Their Majesties, especially His Majesty the King, who has just been taking up the coronation. And of course, I don't think there's any word in the dictionary that can describe this moment of sheer jubilation and joy and the smiles on the faces of the people. And of course, we heard the royal anthem being played so many times, and on one occasion, people sung together this royal anthem just out of their heart. It was not orchestrated, it was not rehearsed, it was really purely out of their hearts.
Yeah, what happened that we have just witnessed, it's the granting a public audience here at the balcony of สุทัยสวรรค์ Prasad Hall. His Majesty the King, along with Her Majesty the Queen and Princess Pachrakiti Yapa, Princess Sirivan Warinadirat, and Prince Thipankon. In our hearts, we are happy as Thai people to have a chance
ในหลวงรัชกาลที่ 10 มาเป็นแบบอย่างเสมอมานะครับไม่ว่าจะในเรื่องของการบริหารจัดการนะครับนักศึกษา